brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Broncos and the Chiefs, and it's all up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to chilly, but of course sold out Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest. And I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one. Because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Well, as you can see, they're not operating at full health today, partner. That's been a big story the last couple of weeks. But the bottom line, their record is solid, and you know that this is still a very dangerous team, even with those guys missing.
What they have shown us throughout this season is that this team has stayed focused, and some injuries, they're just not going to derail the momentum they've built up all season long. They continue to go out there and play and give their best performances.
I love that play, because in the snow you think run, run, run. Big passing play there.
And defenders hate it, especially in open space, because trying to come under control, break down, and make a tackle in the open field, difficult in normal conditions. In these conditions, almost impossible.
Hey, Ripley.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. That's complete. It's Travis Kelce. Look at the big fella go. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelce, 52 yards. And the Chiefs are on the board first here in this division round matchup.
Well, this has been a quick strike offense all season long, finding many different ways to manufacture big plays.
They had a big playoff preview today in the papers, and it was about who would set the tone. Well, they just set the tone right there. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. Boy, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it culminates in a Travis Kelce touchdown. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. Bringing them out is the 12th-year pro seeking a return to Pro Bowl form, Russell Wilson.
All in all, he was pretty solid in the victory in the wild card round and threw a couple of touchdowns. And when it comes to quarterback play, you'd always love spectacular. But in the playoffs, you'll take solid. And that's exactly what they're looking for from him again in this contest.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. The throw out wide going to be incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense...
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Oh, my goodness. I'll tell you what, 3rd down, all you're thinking is, what can we do to keep this drive going to get enough yardage to move the sticks? You're certainly not thinking about taking this with almost the length of the field, but that's exactly what happens here. What a play, and what a change of fortunes.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Javonte Williams. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
And that is a great answer here offensively in this 1st quarter. You start the game flat, your defense gives up a quick touchdown, but you turn right around and take it down the field yourself quickly and finish with the touchdown run. This could be a game of offense. We've seen 2 sharp drives in the first few minutes.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Gonna look deep here for Pacheco. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
On 3rd down, here's Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense on balance.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Play action. It's Wilson. The throw right side here going to be incomplete. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there. And now it's 4th down.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it. And that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the 1st quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. And he is going to have a Broncos 1st down. They go for it on 4th and 2, and it's a gain of 6. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. On 1st down, Wilson. And it's caught. Touchdown, Broncos. touchdown grab. And the Broncos have taken the lead.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Montrell Washington on the return from his end zone. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you think.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. He may go. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco.
66 yards.
And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Butker on for the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. But right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Pretty entertaining start. 14-all the score on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10.
36 power.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Wilson's throw there taken in by Mims. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948, Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Well, the most famous one of my lifetime, I think, is got to be 01, right? Raiders, Patriots, to send the Patriots to the Super Bowl.
You got the tuck roll, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's one people remember. But I also know this. In Miami, the infamous one, the snowplow game. In New England, when they went out there and the Patriots had a guy come out and clear a spot on the field for their field goal kicker to kick the game winner.
Was that 82?
That was 82, and the Dolphins fans will never forget it.
Well, we're not seeing one of those famous games here, but it's fun to be in the snow nonetheless. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Wilson will throw again.
This one swung out to Williams.
And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Walked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. The kick by Lutz is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So that, a good kick. We haven't talked about it much, but the wind is prevalent, and he drove that right into the wind.
Yeah, and don't forget the wind can swirl down there, too. So being able to read it, how it's coming, left to right, right to left, and to be able to execute that kick, that's pretty darn strong right there.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And that to the 30. It'll be 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Mahomes on to give to Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend.
A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by by Justin Simmons.
And the Broncos are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 28.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. 2nd and a couple.
Wilson. A short one to the tight end, Troutman. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll make it 2nd down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Now 2nd and 3.
Now it's Wilson. Dancing to his left. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Williams loses the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs.
Still on his feet. Inside the 10.
And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
We'll be singing in the shower post-game. Butker now to add the extra point. No, he missed it. It's no good. And that will keep this a 3-point game.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So it's on to halftime of this AFC Divisional Round matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. This 4th and final matchup on this Divisional Round weekend. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. We'll get started up at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Lamar Jackson, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. We got a strong first half out of the running back, Isaiah Pacheco. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. The big story thus far has really been the snow. It's made footing treacherous, and if the forecast holds, it's only going to get worse. But I can tell you as a fan, these are the games you love to watch. Final adjustments are underway in the locker rooms. Which of these two teams will survive and advance to next weekend's AFC Championship game? To find out, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC Divisional round. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest, but now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Wilson. A short one to the tight end, Troutman. So he stopped for no gain. And third down and 6 to go.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
On third down, Wilson. A short one to the tight end, Troutman. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Fielded at about the 28. Able to power through. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes. This one complete. It's Rashee Rice. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. On play action, it's Mahomes. That's caught left side by the tight end, Gray. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And the officials here are going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the third quarter of this divisional round matchup. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And they'll get him down short of 1st down, right on the 10-yard line. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. They'll go. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
First down. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Now here's Mahomes. Touchdown! Travis Kelce, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Wilson and the Broncos now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Yeah, they'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. A short one to the tight end, Troutman. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Wilson. Now he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Tyreek Smith in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
Even keeping the back in for extra protection on 3rd down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at the 33. And bulldozing his way through. Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. He goes 67 yards on the punt return. And the Chiefs will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. And we always talk about kick returns being so exciting on kickoffs. Punt return almost equally exciting.
And typically we talk about the kickoff return being the most exciting 10 seconds in football. Let's just cut it in half for a punt return and make it the most exciting 5 seconds in football. It's a great, glamorous, dashing play.
Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. Mahomes will throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their own 25-yard line. They'll hand this to Williams to start things out. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Wilson. Working. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Playing the snow brings so many other factors into the game. It's not just trying to take care of the ball. And we just saw there that that's difficult to do. But just trying to keep your feet and carry out your assignments and make sure you're comfortable while you're out there playing. Are you warm enough in your clothing? A million things going on. The biggest one, hold on to the ball.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And now 1st downs are key. They want to keep that clock moving, up by 2 scores as they try to cement their place in the conference championship round in 1 week's time. And he'll go down, but not before getting us inside the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
What may seem a little unorthodox to some people, got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are right back in this football game. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. So the Broncos coming out now. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Here's Wilson. Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. Now it's Wilson. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. Down the left sideline. He may go. Cortland Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. Cortland Sutton, 72 yards. And the Broncos are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. And it's good, so that will get them back within 1 score. Pretty clean and simple there, just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Washington now brings this out. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And this one not officially in the bag, but it's looking more and more like you and I are going to be in these same seats next week for a game to go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and it's contrary to our meeting with the visitors, wasn't it? Remember when we went over to their hotel before the game, and one of the themes they kept hitting us with was, let's put the pressure on the #1 seed and see if they can handle it. Let's do that. Well, they're the #1 seed for a reason. Best team all year long. They're showing it again in this game.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with second and a couple. They go play fake. Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 83 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. That's how you're far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
Finding room at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Mahomes going to throw. That ball caught. It's Rice. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 36 yards on the play.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this 4th-quarter lead. And that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is up to 15 now. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here's 1st and 10. Now Wilson. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times you just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Able to find Mims. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Now he dumps this off over the middle. 2nd and 6 coming up.
4 yards on the pickup.
Throwing again here, Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
The Chiefs offense set to go. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. That went into the hands of Tony downfield. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. Looking deep downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And he's got some space here. He's got the 1st down and more. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. Fighting to stay upright. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Now Mahomes. Rolling to his left. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Working from the gun, Mahomes escaping the pressure right. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome. But a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
That's a really good decision right there outside of the pocket. You got to know the right time to shift from passer to runner. He was looking and looking, nothing there. You can almost feel the brainwaves firing as he calculates, I think I can win a race to the pylon. And he turns out to be right. Touchdown.
The Chiefs going to play on another week as we say so long, everybody.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gardner. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Arrowhead.